Hey guys, it's Hakate Zen here, and I've got a video today, very special, updating principles in the twin flame community. Because, mass majority of us can agree that the community is unhealthy, which it's okay, but we need to make a change in focus. So I've got 3 principles today. To that will usher you the most success in your journey. If you are able to master just 2 of them. Okay. Now, first and foremost, what we know today as twin flames is what we call soulmates today. I know that's a bullet to bite for a lot of people. So if you're new to this, hear me out. If you are in a successful union with your one flame and you've only had one flame, congratulations. Okay. This isn't for you. I'm talking about well, in my experience, I have physically, like, verbatim textbook to the extreme metaphysical sensory degrees. I've had 11 textbook flames. I mean, verbatim. And they're all unique in their own way. I will say one thing. The flame journey has taught me that the mirroring concept, the more self-aware you become, you will see a full divine mirror with every single human, as well as animal and other living things that are unseen and that we don't put a lot of consideration into, like plants. That's one of the biggest faults right there of the way where we're guiding people into the flame community is by, this is your divine mirror, your perfect mirror. If you know how to look and where to look, I assure you that there is not a single soul that has crossed your path that is not a mirror of you. The flame journey has taught me that trust and believe everything that you love and hate about someone else or other people only show truly yourself and not them. Because the mind only knows self. Anyways, I mean, that's psychology, but from my journey thus far, yeah, it's inevitable. So I strongly feel like what we identify today as twin flames and how the mass population in the flame community, that they are actually with soulmates. Now, soulmates are basically like our soul family, like they're energetically very close to us. I'm going to have another video later about me applying, I will do the demonstrations of different planes and dimensions of time and space and metaphysics, and then applying sacred geometry and other patterns that are seen in like esoteric sacred text of knowledge, like the Hermetics principles and universal laws, as well as like the Fibonacci sequence. And I can, to your discretion, but have illustrations of exactly what's kind of like going on here. So I just want to say on the smallest scale that with each single individual's soul's vibration, that there are 2 souls, like the Vices Perses, like Verses. Think of like how the flower of life is made, okay, and that's the soul family. Like they're connected within each other. There was about it was about like 5-6 years ago, I came across this equation, and it said that there are 6 flames. Okay, for each soul group, that there were 6 souls, and the 6 souls split, which made 12, and that there was an equation, okay, out of how to decipher who your actual partner is out of the entirety group, okay. So, and with that I strongly feel that way because, besides the fact, when I've had these people meet each other, it is often spoken that someone always says that that's another me, like that's me sitting over there. Like it's funny, it's cool. I mean, I think it's cool. Um, they're all kind of like, what the fuck is going on here? But specifically two of them, which both are verbatimly my parents' energetic vibration, but in my generation. And like verbatim to a T. Like they're it's to the point of also with both of these two individuals, I'm able to see a trine aspect of soul bondings. First is in a parental way, as a soul parent. Then as, well, one of them, with the female, as a soul sister first. And with the male was a soul son first. And then having a shift and being able to see all three. The parental, the sibling, and the child dynamic aspect. But you guys should know who you are. Namaste. Alright, so with that being said, before we get here, okay, I want to say your best bet is to have zero concernment of this romantic relationship. Because the more that you desire and the more that you're focused on this, having this love, which that's from the lower self. The lower self is going to desire companionship, desire attention, affection. Okay, so, but the longer that you hold on to the ideology of having this divine romance is going to buffer the period of you being able to obtain it. And with that being said, your best bet is to find your true self and figure out what you want to do with your life. What are your soul passions? Back in the Aristotle era, this is where metaphysics began, virtually. And so at this point in time, there wasn't any modern day like science of things now, and how the people lived, and there's no religious basis at this time. And so how people lived is they lived their lives to their experiences, and they had this understanding that there was something that life was supposed to teach, that they were supposed to learn from life. And once they have learned that themselves, then they are supposed to go and teach that to the collective, to the rest. And so, anywho, sorry, just hitting a massive channeling of just a jolt, a jump in my own vibrational frequency. I was vibrating at 600 volts, you could say, and I just went up to like 900, and I have to have my body feel up to it. It takes a while to process it, in a few minutes. Anyways, when you first love yourself, okay, when you have to love yourself before anyone can love you. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. And honestly, I'm going to tell you, it's a little selfish and arrogant. No, not all people, but that there are some people who fall in this category, where it is completely selfish to expect someone to love you when you can't even do that for you. When we don't have self-love and self-worth, we are desperately trying to fill that void, and we think that a love, that a romance, that someone is going to, and it's only a band-aid. It will forever and always be a band-aid. There's only one way and one way only to have that true love fulfillment. Because when you don't love yourself, you're going to be very insecure. You're going to be you're in your lower self, and your lower self, despite, I mean, honestly, the ego is trying to just protect itself. It's just really shitty pre-programmed epigenetics, like bullshit that most of us don't even realize, like, are functioning within ourselves. So with that being said, when we are in our lower selves and we don't have self-worth or self-love, we will never be able to accept love. We won't know how to accept love. It is inevitable. And no one's going to be able to love you because you are going to be convinced, because you don't love yourself, that they don't love you, that they can't love you. No matter how much you do feel the extreme sensitive emotions or feelings associated. Ooh. Ooh. This song, like, just touches my soul. Really, really deep. Tragically beautiful way. But you just won't have any, like, regardless, the thoughts in the back of your head are going to be insecure and lacking. So you're not going to be able to actually accept love, even if someone is giving you true love and someone has, like, is at that, you're not even going to be able to accept it. So it's a lose-lose overall. And honestly, it is truly a rebellious act in today's society to be able, to be able to accept and love oneself, because our system, our media, I mean, like for fuck's sake, the media really started when the fucking baby boomers generation, like, they had the fucking radio. Like, to me, that is fucking insane. Like that's just 3 generations, like to mine, to where I'm at. Like, and the amount that fucking technology has formed and morphed, and the media has morphed, and it just, to me, it's a no fucking brainer that, like, shit's all fucked up today, and that humanity is fucked up today, and people are completely misguided and shut off and disconnected. But it's if you really look at the time frame and the time lapse of the media, I strongly feel like it is very clear and evident that we are being sabotaged, manipulated beyond belief. So it is truly a rebellious act to be able to accept and love oneself, because our society tries to tear our esteem down, and our society has boxes, and we have standards of what is in, what is cool, what is acceptable, what is, and our youth are completely operating from that perspective. Like that's what like high school really is like. And in this way of complete these stereotypes and these crowds and the shaming and the cool kids, and which is what makes someone cool, is all what the media has determined to be in. Because it doesn't even fucking make sense why the shit that is cool is fucking cool. Because, like, it's like, it's sad. It's all sad. It's very tragic. It's very tragic in itself. But our society tries to take us as far apart from not only ourselves and who and what we truly are, but from each other. Because in reality, the collective, the mass collective consciousness, we work together as a sole, singular, one whole unit beyond this physical realm, and that's I feel like is inevitable. If you open yourself up with an open mind and an open heart to the possibilities of the patterns associated in nature that we do know of, and a lot of what philosophers throughout the ages, certain hidden sacred text, like the Cabal, and getting into archangels. I really don't give two shits or a fuck what anyone says about archangels and being blah 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 blah. I followed Doreen Virtue for a long time. I was a little deterred with her shift, but I understand that we are all meant to discover different aspects of life and understand life to different and new degrees, because we are all there are X billion individuals here now, and that means there are X billion different soul truths, because we are all meant to be our authentic selves. And getting into self-love, it is very hard to be our authentic selves when we are raised in a broken system that has preyed and created broken families, that is just mass manipulation of mind, bodies, and souls. It's almost like a game of Saw, to be able to find yourself and truly be able to love and accept yourself. You have to be, okay, let me put it this way. You're either your best friend or you are your worst fucking enemy. Like, no ands, ifs, or buts. Like, so ask yourself right now, are you your best friend? And if you have to sit and think about it, then not to be like rude, but then you're not your best friend. Because if you were your best friend and be like that, boom, shaka laka, like, I got you, boom, type shit. Yeah, it'd be like that. So, like, but when loving and coming into one's own is to not damn oneself for one's mistakes, to not condemn oneself for who they are. We all have our own deal of traumas. We also are all, on a collective ass fucking note, being metaphysically fucking toyed with and experimented with for God knows how fucking, I don't want to think, it makes me really fucking uncomfortable, like, the actuality of reality. Yeah, like, Ooh. Okay, sorry, that's just a little intense right there. But once you master the path of self-love, I'll tell you this: when you love yourself, you're gonna know what real love is. You're gonna know who really loves you. You're not gonna tolerate. Why? Because when you love yourself, you have standards for yourself, which you'll tolerate. And when we're in our lower selves, we will accept a lot of behaviors that we honestly shouldn't, because we are lacking something and we are craving that void to be filled. So we'll tolerate certain people or places that aren't like at all, like in a vibration of what we want for ourselves, or in alignment with what we really want for ourselves in our lives. I was getting, damn it, I was getting to the Aristotle era for a specific reason, and I just lost it. I'm currently going out of one of my safe and secure comfort zones, exposing this to the world, this side of me. Well, I do want to say, as this is self-love is the first principle, the first new in numerology, the first karmic life lesson, number one, is individuality, authenticity. And I am here to let you know that it is fucking okay to be you. Do not, the only fucking person's opinions that matters at the end of the day about what your life, what you do, how you think, how you feel, and what you do. The only person's in this entire world's opinion that will ever fucking matter is your own. Okay? And I mean that. Okay? Shed and transmute that shame and that guilt. Okay? I believe it was Rick Paris once said that we wear our shame anytime that we have been shamed, anytime we've been guilted, that these are like added, like afflicted, and we have to individually go through each layer of every time we have been shamed, to be able to fully heal that within oneself. Okay, number two, número dos, is número dos, un momento. Alright, loud pipes. Is unconditional love, okay? And unconditional love, like what that means is you have to be able to master what it means to love without conditions. And it can be a very hard lesson to learn. For me, it had to deal with, well, what I thought was my twin flame, my first flame, my first twinning, my soul brother. I love you, man. Thanks. Like, we were going all the fucking way, man. We're going all the fucking way. But anyways, so is through loss, through accepting a loss of love. And when you have unconditional love, you're not possessive. You will want that person's happiness means more to you than what your own desires and wants and ideologies are. There are no expectations from this person, and that you also understand who they are, their negatives, their pros and cons, and you understand them for how they are, and you love them for who they are, despite those cons. And when you've mastered that, you will obtain universal love, which essentially connects you to universal life force energy, to what is in between all of us humans. It's a really happy place. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. If you have the courage to go and grow, and the strength to make the changes that you need to change within yourself. So, if you master self-love and unconditional love, then you will have the eyes and the mind to know 100% on what is real love. But what do I mean by true love, real love? Is not no one likes wasting their time, no one likes wasting emotions, no one likes restarting all over again. To avoid that is what I mean. To ensure that this love has always been real and true from the beginning. But one would be able to truly see where true love lies until they are able to love themselves and they're able to love without conditions. Because then something magical happens. When you love yourself and you find your true self, and follow your soul's truth, you will your passions will be ignited, raw, on white hot, flaming fumes of passion. They like your passions are fuming on passion. And I'm pretty confident that you will have some form of aspect of feeling connected into a destiny or purpose, a spiritual journey of some objective or mission of some kind. And you just know what your life is for. You'll just understand because you've came into your own. You've been able to accept yourself and give yourself the credit that you deserve as a person, so that you're able to have a clear head on what you truly want for yourself in your life, and you will not ever sacrifice that future at all. Because, I mean, self-love is some real shit, man. And, yeah, just plain and simple. It starts within, okay? And then if you're able to love without conditions, then you're giving love from your higher self versus experiencing these feelings from your lower self. So with that combination, that is when you will have the wisdom, the eyes, the knowing of what is and what isn't real. And I wanted to note also that what we call twin flames today, what our community is searching for, I strongly believe and feel like we need to like change the context of terminology here. And the overall objective term that I is divine counterparts. Okay? Because flamers, I mean, I've been aware of multiple flames for God, like the past like 6 years. Definitely one fuck of a rabbit hole, if you ask me. Especially as a Cancer woman with no actual family, like true emotional support system. Like, really shoddy right there. It's alright. That's why I'm here now. But yeah. So I mean, we need to change things here, and we need to shift the direction that this community is moving to ensure that this community doesn't get tarnished and corrupted, as well as to not send people down to hell and back multiple times. Alright, so that was my update there. Alright, I hope you guys have a wonderful, magnificent rest of your day. Namaste, warriors. Ah.